القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر.
Salam Alykum. Be sure to download your free implementation workbook. We go through it step by step. All the videos correspond with it. We have laid it out very strategically so you can master Quranic Tajweed and Quranic Mastery and implement it while you go along. Okay, so be sure to download this and it will help you on your journey. It's free to download. The link should be in the description. Assalamu alaikum.
Salam Alykum. Let's continue with the Arabic alphabet, and we have come to the next page now. You should have learned the previous page already. You should have gone through it with me, read it with the video, exactly the same sounds and the same length of the stretching the sound. Okay, so now we're coming to the next part of the alphabet, and inshallah we should get to the end of the alphabet in this video. If not, then maybe I may break it down, but let's see how this goes along. Anyway, Seen. So we can see the first letter here is Seen. It's exactly the same as S in English. Okay, so Seen and S are the same. All right, so we don't need to read this part. Seen. Okay, the next one is Sheen, exactly the same as SH in English. Sheen. Now there's a slight difference between like she in English and sheen in Arabic. The difference between she in English and sheen in Arabic is that with she, you touch the top of the palate with your tongue. However, you push the air out front. Okay, so you say she or sheet or shoe. You're pushing the air out. Okay, so the sound is coming straight out. But with Arabic, the sheen has something called tafashi, which means that you are circulating the sound of the sheen within your mouth. So it's a deeper sound, right? So when we're saying, if we were to say she in English and she with the Arabic she, it would be like she in English and she. So we can see it's like a deeper sound, she. But if you're saying she to start off with, I'm not going to say anything. This is something that you will, the circulating of the sound is something that you will pick up as you go along. So seen and sheen. Okay, so 3 dots to represent the sheen. The next letter we are going to do is Sad. Sad is a special letter. It's similar to Seen, similar to S for example. However, it's a heavy sound. Okay, now we've already gone through one heavy sound, and that's Kha. Kha is a heavy letter. Okay, and Sad is also a heavy letter. Alright, so let me just go back to the Kha. This Kha over here is a heavy letter. Right, so we say it is a heavy sound. Dal is light. Dal. Listen to Kha. Kha is the heaviness to it, right? So the same with Sad over here. When we say Sad, Seen is light, Sad is heavy. So this is a intrinsic value within the Sad. So we need to make sure that when we're saying this letter, we are saying it with a certain heaviness. And the other thing that we need to consider when we're saying Sad is that with Sad, we are making a slight whistling sound. Okay? Is it here? Middle of the tongue touches the palate lightly and the tip of the tongue touches the root of the lower incisors. Okay, different to English. Raise the entire tongue. Here we go. Raise the entire tongue to make a heavy sound and add a whistling sound. Okay, to refer to the video now. So we're going to raise all of our tongue. So Seen is raised, but Sad, the back of the tongue is also raised. Okay, and we can hear sort of a whistling sound. So Seen, there's no whistling. Sad. So you should practice saying this letter with me. We'll go through this page. Seen. I'm going to say it 3 times each. Seen. 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 Sheen. 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 The last one. Sad. 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 Okay, so similar to muscle or saw. The sister of Sad is Dad. Now Dad is a very unique letter. The Arabic language is actually called the Lughatul Dad, meaning the language of Dad, because there is no other language in the world which has this letter Dad. Okay, so the way we pronounce Dad is we use the back end of the tongue. Okay, so we use the back end of the tongue touches the gums of the upper back teeth, either the left or the right or both gums. Okay, it is a heavy sound. So when we're saying bod, we need to make sure that we're using the back side of our tongue and we are touching the teeth, upper molars, okay? So the molars in the back of the mouth. So do not touch the front part of your tongue onto the front part of your teeth. Only use the back part of your tongue to touch the back molars, the molars. Now, whether I say bod, I say it while using the right side of my mouth, so using the right side of the tongue, touching the right molars. You may use it touching with the left side of the tongue to the left molars. Or another person may be using both sides of the tongues to touch both sides of their molars. It all depends. This is personal preference, but the sound will always be the same. Okay, so this is bod, bod, and if again this is a heavy sound, it's a heavy sound, just like sod. We are raising the whole tongue to make that heaviness, the back and the front of the tongue. We say bod. So I'm going to say it 3 times now. This will need special practice. Bod, bod, bod. Okay. The next letter is ta. Ta. We've given the example like T, but it's not T. Why? Because it's a heavy sound again. And we are using the tip of the tongue to touch the upper incisors. This, you're touching the same places that the or the dal, but the difference is to make a heavy sound, and how we do that is by raising the front and the back of the tongue. Okay, so we're raising the front and the back of the tongue with ta, right? So we're saying ta, ta, ta. Yeah. So practice this, and inshallah go to the next one. So the sister of ta is va. Again, it's a heavy sound, but we're using the same part of the teeth, the upper incisor, the tip of the tongue to the tip of the upper incisors to pronounce this letter, but it's a heavier sound. So we're saying va, va, va. We are using the tongue to be raised, the front and the back, and we're using the same part, and it produces a different sound. Va, va, va. The next letter in question is Ain. Ain is another letter which is very, very unique. So we need to ensure that we're practicing this properly. And this page, we've got some unique letters here, right? So Ain is a specific sound in Arabic. We're using the same part of the throat as the Ha, the middle of the throat, okay? Strong A or U sound coming from the middle of the throat. It's different to English, it's like A, but it's different, okay? When we say Ain, we're saying using the middle part. It's a really strong sound. You should feel Ain in the throat when you're saying it. Say Ain, 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 okay? Ain. Now you may say it with a little less emphasis than me, however, it should be strong. It should be coming from the middle of the throat, okay? My Ain is quite strong. But if you use a slightly lighter ain, like for example, ain, okay, that's still fine. But you can't say ain. Ain is nothing. It has to be ain. That's the minimum strength, okay? And I say it quite strong, ain, okay? If you can get it stronger, it's better. Why is that better? Is because then there will be no way, when you're reading it quite fast, there's no way that you can miss the ain. Right, and you're not saying ain, which is just a hamza, not an ain. Now, coming on to, you need to practice this properly. So we say ain, right? The next letter in question we will do is ghain. Where's my cursor gone? Here we go. Ghain. Ghain is like a gargle sound. It's not in English. GH is represented too. And K should be taken not to pronounce like g, no. Ra. Comes from the same part as kha, from the top of the throat. So ghain. Yeah, so rain. It's pretty easy once you know, like gargle your mouth, put water in your mouth, you like that. Same thing, yeah, rain. So let's go through this page, repeating each letter 3 times. And when I go through the practice with you, I'll be repeating it 3 times, each one. So be sure to follow it and say it at the same time as me. Okay, start and finish at the same time as me. Bod. Bod. Remember the back of the tongue and the back of the teeth. Bod. Ta. 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 Not ta. Not ta. 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 Va. Va. Dha. Not za, not dha. 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 Ain. 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 Ghain. 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 We'll go to the next page, inshallah. Or in fact, we will leave this for now, and inshallah we will do another video starting from this letter fa, and inshallah we will finish the Arabic alphabet with that video.
If you enjoyed this video, guys, please like this video so we know you enjoy it, as we can make more. Please write a comment and tell us what you thought about the lesson, and don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe now. Jazakallah. Salam Alykum.